June 3rd, 1970, Petty Officer Neal enlisted in the Navy in June 19, 1989, attended boot camp in San Diego, California, at the Navy Recruit Training Center. Following graduation, he reported on board the USS Denver, LPD-9, at Naval Station San Diego, California, for duty at sea. Petty Officer Neal deployed for Westpac December 1990 on board USS Denver, which was rerouted for service in Operation Desert Storm, Desert Saber, Desert Shield. Watch services as postmate of the watch, salt, boat, coxswain, encompassed part of his duties. One personal highlight during his tour was that Petty Officer Neal was the aft lookout aboard the Denver as she left Persian Gulf following the end of the Gulf War. The Denver was the last U.S. ship to leave. He was therefore the last United States Navy sailor to leave the area of operations. During his tour, he was promoted to Petty Officer Third Class. Petty Officer Neal then ended his enlistment in 1992 and joined the Naval Reserves with Beachmaster Unit 1, Det 119 in 1992. During the 5 years in reserves, Neal was promoted to BM2 and qualified as Light Amphibious Repair Craft, LARC, as Beach Salvage Officer. In 1997, Petty Officer Neal reaffiliated as a Training Active Duty Reserve, TAR. BM3 was stationed on board USS Incheon, MCS-12. Petty Officer Neal served aboard Incheon for 2 Mediterranean cruises and the Kosovo campaign. He was promoted once again to BM2. In January 2001, Petty Officer Neal was transferred to Ship Intermediate Maintenance Activity, SIMA, in Ingleside, Texas. During the time, Petty Officer Neal received his qualification in crane safety, rigging, weight, testing, and quality assurance. Additionally, Petty Officer Neal was promoted to BM1 during this tour. Following this tour, Petty Officer Neal was stationed at Naval Marine Corps Reserve Center, Buffalo, New York, from February 2004 to February 2007. Petty Officer Neal was the LPO of LCU 1680, where he was overall in charge of the 3M and Hazmat. In March 2007, Petty Officer Neal was transferred to Naval Operations Sports Center, Green Bay, Wisconsin. There he was in charge of the training department and the leading petty officer of the Reserve Center. Following that tour, Petty Officer Neal was stationed on board US Bataan, LHD-5, and while there as LPO of 1st Division for 4 months until he reassigned to Safety Department, where he was also the LPO. His personal awards include the following: Navy Marine Corps Achievement Medal, 3 awards, Joint Meritorious Unit Award, Navy Unit Commendation Ribbon, Southwest Asia Service Medal, Navy E Ribbon, Good Conduct Medal, 6 times. How is that possible? Kosovo Campaign Medal with Bronze Star, Humanitarian Service Medal, Sea Service Deployment, National Defense Service Medal, Kuwait Libertarian, and Saudi Defense Medal. Petty Officer Neal has been married for 22 years to Marcena, if I pronounce your last name, Zuniga Neal, and has been blessed with 6 children: Annie, Brendan, Alexander, David, Mary, and Joseph. Now, it is my honor to give the podium to BM1 Neal for his personal marks. I thought about you, but I'll still let you have it.
Commander, if I may, Petty Officer Neal, if you could remain seated. Petty Officer Neal did ask me to say a few words, and most of you who know me here in the NOS know that I never pass up the opportunity to give a few words. So I prepared a little speech. A few words. Petty Officer Neal, this is for you. A lot of you probably don't understand what that was about. A long time ago, Petty Officer Neal and I came up with a rather unique way to teach some general military instruction, which we do here quite often, every single weekend. And Petty Officer Neal was instrumental and taught me everything that there is to know about giving GMTs, courses, classes. When you have to give the same course 65 times over the course of a couple of years, the same material over and over, it gets a little boring. Ominous. Boring. Hey, just shout them right out when you know it. I appreciate that. So Petty Officer Neal and I came up with an idea where him and I would have everybody here together and would be trying to set up. We would have some technical difficulties, and Petty Officer Neal would be running around trying to fix these, and I always get disgusted, and threw the papers up like that. As you can imagine, unannounced, that had quite an effect on close to 280 folks sitting here waiting for a GMT. Feldhausen Neal also had set up a bunch of tables with some cups and things on it that we ended up getting rowdy with, and there was cups flying all over the place. The MAs were reacting, and it was a little bit of pandemonium. And then Feldhausen Neal kind of looked over, gave the cue, and hit the enter button, and up came the GMT for the day, anger management. To which he received a roaring round of applause. It is things like that that Petty Officer Neal has done that has made me the chief that I am today. Without him, I would not be standing here in front of you telling you these stories, because it takes two people to have a story like this. I remember the first time that I met Petty Officer Neal, I walked into his office with a problem with travel, and he says, "Get out of here, I don't know you, I don't have time for you right now." If you know Petty Officer Neal, you know that that is his way of letting you know, I kind of like you. I'm going to help you out. And he comes and finds you a few minutes later, sits you down, and works you through the problem. And what he is doing is he is teaching everybody, myself at the time, not only will he take care of you, but he will fix it. I called him once from Singapore with a rather distressful situation that I was in regarding airplanes and China and all kinds of worldly things, and he said, Professor Feldhausen, I got you covered. Who's got your back? It was him. So I apologize for taking your time, but I do want to personally say thank you very much for everything that you've done for Knott's Green Bay, and you are definitely going to be missed. Thank you.
I was told no F-bombs. What do you say after that? My big thing is thank you. I have been in the Navy 25 years, and I can honestly say I have learned something from everyone I've ever dealt with. Good, bad, or indifferent. You know, there is something that everyone has to teach other people. And I thank everyone that has helped me get to where I am today. I thank my family because they helped me, they supported me. I thank my in-laws for coming, letting me have their daughter. And I thank everyone here. I always make fun of those guys that cried, got emotional at their retirements. Dang it. So, thanks.
Chief Anderson, front and center down here, please.